Well, good day. Nigel from Allanson zooming in on you once again, and we're here to talk about our latest Allanson product. You've seen our retrofit for retrofits. You've seen our speed lamps for retrofit. We now bring you MODIX360. It's available in one length that will supply to you. That way it's easy to manage your stock. The 8-footer is king. Now, what this will do for you is it'll give you on-site adaptability. With just two 8-footers, you're able to duplicate all 14 lengths of a T12 HO lamp. You populate it yourself. We'll give you two kits, basically, 12-volt kit and a 24-volt kit as well. What the product has is rotatable end caps. Okay? You will see that comes in handy when you're doing flex faces. You need to adjust the light a certain way. The 360 is what is in the name. This will give you fast, easy installation as the end caps will go into any T12 socket. So the product will give you a wide light coverage because of the design. It's a diamond shape extrusion. Don't know if you can capture that. And once the modules are put on, it'll give you wider angles, along with the optical spread of our Legend 3 modules that'll populate the product. Okay. In this case, we use the 0.72 watt Legend 3, and we have two models that we'll use, the 12-volt version, or L307W2TW12B, and the 24 version of that for 24 volts as well. Performance-driven efficiency applied to single and double-sided signs. That's the niche of this product. From 6 to 12-inch depths, it's designed for that. High-output LED modules, being the Legend 3 products. It'll deliver a nominal 170 lumens per watt, very efficient. It's a bright, energy efficient 7000K illumination that you'll get in your sign box. Now, rugged reliability. Structure will not horizontally mounted, will not flex. Okay, quite strong. IP67 rating on the modules. It ensures all-season reliability, which is what you want in demanding environments especially. So let's examine the two type of kits that's available for you. They have in common that they both use 8-foot extrusions. One's a 12-volt system, the other is a 24-volt system. And they will include basically 7 items. Aluminum extrusion, the 8-footers. Rotatable end caps, as mentioned. And then you'll have modules. Okay, they're all calibrated for the length and quantity of extrusions that you will get. Then you'll have, of course, your LED power supplies by Allanson. Either the ACVN 125-12277, which essentially is your 12-volt, 60-watt driver. Or it would be a 24-volt product in CV 244-120-277 for your 24-volt modules. You'll also get, to complement the kit, couple tie wraps to ensure that the modules aren't going to fall off. Extreme weather can cause certain modules to come off periodically with time, exposure to sun. Tie wraps help you with that as well. You'll get a couple tube joiners, which is essential when you're doing longer than 8-foot lengths. 117-inch lengths, 120-inch lengths. The tube joiner helps, and no, horizontally mounted, it will not sag. You'll also get a little tube of silicone, just in case your truck forgot the silicone. Indoor application, no problem. Outdoor application, please ensure it's an outdoor rated silicone. So here's what we're going to talk about. Let's distinguish between the 24-volt system and the 12-volt system. What's in your kit? On the 24-volt system, you'll have 24-volt modules. They're set up in a bag of 80 modules. Okay. You'll also get the appropriate amount of LED drivers from 120 to 277 volt. 12 volt system has a different part number for the kit. This will consist of 9 bags of 12 volt 0.72 watt Legend 3 modules. That's 9 times 40 modules in this case, not 80. You'll get 6 12 volt 60 watt Allanson LED drivers, all CSA UL class 2. Please note, plastic dummy sockets are available. Should your T12 sockets be damaged in the field, you can purchase these separately, spring-loaded and no spring-loaded. Together, they're compatible to fit in. In this session, we'll talk about cutting and joining the extrusion. We'll talk about our most popular length, which is the 8-footer. And we'll also talk about something longer than an 8-footer, the 120 inch. Okay? As mentioned earlier, the full 8-footer without the caps on it measures 93.31 of an inch. To get an 8-footer, taking into account that you have to add rotatable end caps, you have to trim the 8-footer. You have to get it down to about 91.73 of an inch. Therefore, you're trimming off 1.58 of an inch, trimming that off. Once you trim that off, you're going to deburr it. Okay? Doesn't take long, it's aluminum. On top of that, you will add silicone, of course. Silicone inside the tube on the stem of the rotatable end cap. And of course, you're going to insert that. So you will end up with a length that is compatible for a 98 inch T12 HO lamp. So let's talk about lengths longer than 8-footers, okay, where you'll have to be doing some joining in the field. Try to make it as simple as possible. Again, you take your standard 8-footer, and this time you're not going to cut it. You're just going to leave it as is, because now you're going to add on lengths from a separate 8-footers. So on the other 8-footer, you will cut it. So let's take a 120 inch product. You take your 8-footer, 93.31 of an inch. From the other 8-footer, you'll cut off 22.3 inches off that. 22.3 inch, just under 2 feet. So once you have your 22.34 of an inch, okay, cut off, we'll use the joiner, silicone on the stem, silicone within the tube, obviously. You're going to put it in, maximize it, lock it in. And then, of course, silicone on the stems right here, inside the tube. And then push it in to the maximum. And now you have a very strong joiner. And ultimately, a 120 inch product. You're now going to add rotatable end caps. Same process. Silicone. Silicone within the tube, and you're going to push that in. Please let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the cure rate of the silicone you're going to use. And of course, it depends on your environmental conditions. The colder it is outside, the longer it may take to set properly. Okay, we're going to talk about lead population. How do you populate the MODIX360? So, one thing to remember, you're going to use your modules and you're going to put them at a full stretch. That's how it's calibrated based on the lumens per foot. We'll talk about the 3-footer, which is right here. You can see the 3-footer has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.72 modules on it. You want to make sure that it's full stretch. Okay. And you want to make sure that it's sitting, the modules are sitting flat on the extrusion. Okay. So that when it is finally put in with the rotatable end caps, it's oriented properly towards the face of the sign. Okay, let's look at an application. We're looking at a double-sided sign box. And let me save my eyes here. 4 foot by 4 foot. And it has 4 4-foot MODIX360 populated, double-sided. Okay, you'll see basically runs the same way a T12 lamp would run as far as spacing. We've got 6 inches here, 12-inch centers. Okay. And the beauty of the product is, we talk about the rotatable end caps. You can tweak the product somewhat, depending on if you have internal structures, depending if it's a flex face, you want to throw light into certain sections a little bit. So there's a 360, hence the name. So what you want to do is, on the ends that you've cut off, you want to make sure that you cap them off separately, not together. Don't short the system. Fundamental safety. And if you don't want to use wire nuts or morettes, you can use a bead of silicone, just so that the product isn't live at that end and it doesn't short out. And that is MODIX360 for you by Allanson. Please catch us on the web at www.allanson.com, or hit us up with our YouTube video. Let us know how useful or non-useful this was for you. Hopefully it's useful.